Hello everyone, and welcome to our channel. Today, we're delving into the flat tax regime, also known as regime forfettario in Italian, an incredibly advantageous tax option for many self-employed individuals in Italy. This regime is particularly popular among freelancers and small business owners for its simplicity and tax efficiency. In this video, we'll explore how it works, who can access it, and some of its key features. The flat tax regime was introduced to provide a simplified tax system for individual taxpayers who carry out business activities, arts, or professions. One of the fundamental requirements to access this regime is that annual revenues or fees must not exceed 85,000 euros. This threshold is crucial for determining eligibility for the regime. One of the main attractions of the flat tax regime is how the taxable income is calculated. Instead of tracking all expenses and deducting them from revenues, a profitability coefficient is applied to the total revenues. This coefficient varies depending on the sector of activity and is used to estimate the portion of income considered taxable. For example, if you're a freelance graphic designer and you've earned 40,000 euros in a year, and the profitability coefficient for your category is 78%, your taxable income will be 40,000 euros multiplied by 0.78. which equals 31,200 euros. A fixed tax rate, either 15% or reduced to 5% for the first years of activity, depending on the circumstances, will then be applied to this figure. An important aspect to consider is the revenue limit. If during the year your revenues exceed 85,000 euros but stay below 100,000 euros, you can still remain in the flat tax regime for that year. However, if your revenues exceed 100,000 euros, then you immediately exit the flat tax regime. This is a crucial point to monitor closely to avoid finding yourself in an unexpected tax situation. It's essential to be aware of the reasons for exclusion from the flat tax regime. You won't be able to access this regime if you use special VAT regimes, if you're not a resident in Italy, if you carry out certain activities specified by law, or if you participate in companies or associations. Additionally, if you have an income from employment that exceeds a certain threshold, you might not be admitted to this regime. One of the great advantages of the flat tax regime is the reduction in tax obligations. For example, there's an exemption from the application of ISA, synthetic indices of fiscal reliability, and withholding tax. However, there are some obligations to comply with, such as issuing electronic invoices and certifying receipts. It's crucial to stay updated on these aspects to avoid mistakes and ensure compliance with tax regulations. In conclusion, the flat tax regime, or regime forfettario, represents a tax-efficient option for many self-employed individuals in Italy, thanks to its simplicity and the tax benefits it offers. If you're considering this option, it's important to carefully assess whether you meet the requirements and if it's the right choice for your situation. Remember, if you have any questions or doubts, leave them in the comments below. Subscribe to our channel to stay updated on fiscal and financial topics. Thank you for following us and see you next time.